Hey everybody, Danny Mott here. Thanks for joining us. This week I am super excited because I have got a simple drill if you hook the ball or slice the ball to help you get rid of it for good. I had two clients come and see me. One was a hooker, Richard, this week. I gave him this particular drill, which I'm going to share with you in a second. And another one was a slicer, and I also gave him this particular drill. Both drills got the guys hitting it so much straighter. More importantly, when they left the session, they have something very concrete to work on so they could develop the feel necessary to get rid of those things. One of the biggest problems, obviously, if you hook or slice a golf ball is sometimes you probably know what's going on. You know that if you're hooking a golf ball, the club face is closing down through impact and pointing this way, causing that spin to go to the left for right-handers. And if you're slicing it, you're also aware that the club face is opening through the impact area and causing those slices. The problem with all those things is how do you change it? Well, you've got to have drills that basically help you improve the feel of this club face. If you knew where this club face was every single time, you'd be able to much more accurately start to square the club face up through the impact area and hit the ball much straighter. That's what we're going to cover in this week's training. Before we do that, if you are new to the channel and this is one of your first videos, consider subscribing. I release videos just like this one every single week to try and help you improve your game. So, what we're doing today? Well, this is my reverse engineer exercise. One of the things that we're finding very simply is this. When golfers come through the golf ball, let's say you're a hooker to start out with, right? What generally happens for hookers, they tend to swing a little bit to the right of the target, and then the club face closes down through the impact area here, okay? So what we want to do is they kind of know this, and I don't know if you're a hooker, but you might know this, but what you've got to do is you've got to somehow get the sensation that this club face is coming through much squarer. Now, in order to do this, you have to do something that's a little bit more exaggerated. You've got to exaggerate the feel. So what we're going to do is this. I want you to reverse engineer the process. What we're going to do is we're going to get the club. I've put 3 shafts down here. So if you're a hooker, what I'm going to do is this. I want you to practice turning your body here. I'm just turning my chest towards the target and I'm pointing the club face, it's completely square now, to the shaft along this line. So the shaft actually pointing left to target. Now you're going to feel when you do this, for those you hook the ball, that you think, hang on a second, I'm hitting the ball over to left. Why would I want to swing over there? It kind of is counterintuitive. Well, you want to swing over there because actually hookers always swing generally this way and then they're forced to flip their wrists. What we want to practice is reverse engineer this entire process. We're going to swing to the left here. We're going to turn our bodies to the left here, keeping the club face parallel with my spine angle here. There's no rollover at all. It's going to feel quite strange. So let's have a look at this in action. We start there. This is the drill. You start there, you feel what that's going to be like, you get yourself set, and we're going to start with some very small shots, and all we're going to do is swing back and swing down that line. Okay, no chance of hooking it. If, for instance, you do this and the ball still goes a little bit left of target because you're still drawing, what you might have to do is this. You might have to exaggerate this feel. So look, we start with the square motion here, square shoulders, and what we're going to do is we're going to practice, we're going to turn our bodies to the left. You might have to feel that the club face is actually not just parallel with the spine angle, but actually open a little bit. Exaggerate the feel. Is that wrong? Yes, but remember, it's only feel. The real will be very different. Okay, so we do that, so you get that feeling, and you just keep going down this line until eventually it straightens up. That is all we did with Richard, and it eliminated his hooks completely. Now imagine you're a slicer. Here's what we're going to do for slicers. What we're going to do with slicers come this way. They come across the golf ball with an open face. So we're going to use this line now, pointing to the right. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this time. We're going to take the right hand off for a second. We're going to turn our left arm, our lead arm here, over to that way, and we're going to shut down the face as we're doing it. So we almost feel like we're pointing the face now to the ground. We're then going to reach over with our trail arm, our right arm in my case, and we're going to feel that position. So watch this. We're now going to get ourselves set, and we're going to turn there. We're going to start in that position. That's the feeling we want to get to, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to repeat that process. And now we're going to swing, and hey presto, now we get, for me, I've got this lovely draw shape, okay, moving towards the target. Now, what I love about the reverse engineer drill is you don't have to get confused about what's going on around this section. Generally, imagine this, if I'm going to throw a ball to you, I don't have to think about my backswing now, do I? Because I'm throwing a ball to you, my hand is going to come back here in a straight line and it's going to come through to you. This is the other great thing about this motion here. The swing generally takes and swings much more towards what I call one plane. You're swinging, if you want to swing in a sense this way, you're trying to swing this way, the club swings back this way and through this way. Vice versa, it'll feel like you're swinging this way and this way. So it improves your level of consistency. So let's have a look at that. I'll just show you from this side so we'll see what's happening here. So from this position here, as we're coming through, for those of you who are hook, you're going to simply just this. You're going to rotate here, look. Everything's rotating beautifully through and you're keeping that club face square to that shaft pointing left. And if it's still not working, still hooking it a little bit, you might have to feel like you've opened the face just a fraction, okay? For those of you who are slicing it, you're going to rotate your lead arm this way towards that outside shaft. Then you're going to stretch and put your trail arm in. Make sure the club face is down. Feel that motion and then do that motion. Okay, let's have a look at this in action. So as most people slice, let's have a look at a slice again. So we're going to swing it back here, just small swing start to get the feel. Feel that motion. Got it. Back and hey presto. Look at that ball turn there. Yeah? That's all you do. Reverse engineer this entire process. One more to the left now for those of you who hook. We're just going to simply turn this way. Feel the club face is now much squarer. And we're going to go swing back. And hey presto. Now I'm getting almost a fade for me there. Simple way, like all these exercises, one of the difficult things when you've got a hook or a slice is learning to feel it and learning to stop it. You've got to get control over this club face. Reverse engineering this process will help you do this. Remember, when I started this with both Richard and Ian, they didn't jump at it and get it immediately. There's a few things you've got to do. You've got to build a routine. So what we did is don't rush the process. You get yourself set, feel where you need to be here, pause for a second, come back, swing, and then just try to repeat that position. Notice I'm not going for a big smashing swings. I also asked them both, by the way, to stop here a little bit so that they can measure what they're doing. If you just stand there and go, okay, I've got to swing down this line and finish all the way through here, you have no way of measuring whether you've done it correctly or not. So what I'd always do with the guys is I'd get them to hit a shot and I'd say, look, what we're going to do, we're going to swing here and I want you to just hold that finish here and check. So imagine this, watch this. Way too long, no way of checking. But if I did this, now I've got a chance. Look at that position there. I've got a chance halfway through. I've got a chance now. That club hasn't wrapped over. I've got a chance of doing it. You could even be a little bit shorter. I'm trying to hit this 150. You might want to start with just 50 yards to start off with. So I really hope this helps. It's a simple exercise, but the reverse engineer exercise will work so well. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you know somebody else who's struggling with their hooks or their slices, please share it. And of course, if this is one of your first videos, maybe press that subscribe button and the bell so I can send you more training next week. But until next week, have a great golfing week.